Hi everyone, welcome here and welcome back. I'm Maika, and in this video I want to talk about behaviors that are common for people with an anxious attachment style that come from their insecurities and harm their relationships. It's helpful to know about these because then you can recognize whenever you have an urge to do any of them, and then you can find a more helpful way to respond and cope with that urge, one that doesn't push your partner or friends away. Number 1, protest behavior. This means that when you're unsatisfied with a situation, feeling unheard, unseen, or uncared for, you protest that situation. Protest is a term that comes from the original attachment researcher, John Bowlby, and the problem with protest is that it's a form of communication that makes your partner feel attacked or blamed, or they might not get it, might not know what's going on at all, and it contributes to and maintains a climate of unhealthy communication. An angry outburst can be protest, also becoming silent and not talking or not responding when someone tries to initiate a conversation with you, that can also be protest. And the subconscious perceived benefit of protest is fighting, to be heard, and to get your needs met. There is a hope in protest that your partner will see and understand your pain and then do something to comfort you. Problem is, by the way it's being communicated, your partner will most likely feel attacked and then need to self-regulate, or they might not understand. They might think all is well and that you're just digesting the disagreement or whatever happened on your own if your form of protest is to stop talking. Number 2, expressing emotions with big intensity. For someone who is anxiously attached and has a hard time or doesn't know how to self-regulate, expressing their emotions with big intensity can seem like a substitute for self-regulation. The subconscious logic is, if I let off steam, I'll feel better, since neither my partner nor I know what to do with these intense emotions and the pain I'm feeling. This is problematic because it pushes your nervous system into even more arousal, so it doesn't help you feel better. It exhausts you, and it also overwhelms your partner's nervous system. In this state of high arousal, it's less likely that you'll come to the point of addressing the actual issue, and afterwards, you might feel ashamed and lonely. Number 3, being controlling. Excessive control is a very common response to anxiety. It makes it seem like nothing can go wrong now because I'm in control. It can seem like a good way of coping with anxiety, but problem is it doesn't address the actual root of the anxiety, and it's very exhausting to have to invest that much energy into being excessively controlling. Your partner might feel patronized, or like you think they're incompetent, or like you're not granting them ownership over what's theirs to have ownership over. You might be pushing your partner to withdraw and avoid stepping up because they feel like they can't ever get it right. Number 4, criticizing. An anxiously attached partner often tries to solve their problems and the problems in the relationship by trying to get their partner to change. It can be relief from your own uncomfortable feelings and whatever is going on inside you when you don't have to focus on yourself because you're focusing on your partner and what they're getting wrong. And one form this takes is criticism. Of course, there is such a thing as healthy communication about things that need to be addressed, but that's not criticism. Unhelpful criticism means focusing in on the negative about your partner and then voicing that a lot more than anything else, and voicing it in a way that makes your partner withdraw in resentment and guilt. It means complaining and overlooking your partner's strengths and efforts to please you. This kind of criticism also blocks your partner's mind from creating space for self-reflection because they're so busy defending against the criticism. Number 5, flood of words. This means repeating yourself in conversations and using a lot of words to express yourself. Often the subconscious perceived benefit is, I'll finally be heard if I keep repeating myself. It can also be connected to not being able to stop in conflict and preferring conflict over being alone. The difficulty with this is that it overwhelms your partner and makes it hard for them to find space to express themselves and be heard. It also makes it harder to address deeper, painful feelings if you keep repeating things that are often on the surface. Using a lot of words and not stopping in an argument blocks effective conflict resolution and self and co-regulation. Number 6, tests. Tests are a way anxious partners try to reassure themselves of their partner's love. This could, for example, be telling your partner about someone else's interest in you to then check how they respond and if they care the way you expect them to. It could also mean checking and testing their availability, sending them a message, and then testing how quickly they respond. It can also be asking questions with the background motive of getting reassurance of your partner's love, like asking, "What do you think of this or that person?" And then wanting them to say that they don't really like them and that they're only interested in you. Tests can also come in the form of accusations like, "Hey, I know that face. You're thinking about your ex." The problem here is that the required responses to these tests aren't necessarily an indicator of someone else's love for you. And if you have core anxiety, that wound can never be healed by these kinds of tests, even by ones your partner passes. So you'll always have to come up with new tests, and eventually you'll leave your partner feeling like you don't trust them. Number 7, poking. This means poking for your partner's attention in a way that's hurtful or confusing. You can reach for comfort and connection in healthy ways, but poking is the unhealthy version of that. For example, posting a cryptic message on social media with the intention of getting a response from your partner, or sighing loudly when you want to be comforted, or pretending to be busy to see if your partner will make more of an effort to get your time. The subconscious perceived benefit is, if I can get any response, I'll feel less disconnected and alone. And the reason it burdens relationships is that your partner might not notice or feel threatened, and neither of you will learn how to reach for and give healthy connection. Number 8, being clingy. This can be physically and or emotionally. Being clingy is an attempt to keep your partner close so you won't have to feel your abandonment fears. This can express itself in sitting really, really close to them on the couch when they're not in the mood for that, or sending lots of texts, asking for reassurance a lot, trying to spend every minute together, trying to do everything you do together, asking for help so they'll help you and you won't have to do something alone. And all of that then creates enmeshment, not emotional closeness. The problem is that your partner will probably feel suffocated or engulfed by these behaviors, and that then often leads to them pushing you away or distancing themselves so that they can feel their individuality and autonomy. And no matter how close you manage to keep them, it won't help you heal your abandonment fear. Number 9, people-pleasing. Behavior that falls into this category is always trying to keep your partner happy, never saying no or setting boundaries, giving more than you're receiving to feel safe and loved in a relationship. And the problem is that this can really damage your mental health and create a lot of resentment in you and your partner. It also blocks healthy conflict resolution and authenticity. Number 10, threatening a breakup with no intention to break up. The subconscious perceived benefit here is, maybe this way I can finally be heard or get my partner to see the depth of my pain. Your partner, though, will probably feel very hurt by this or scared. And if it happens repeatedly, at some point, they won't take it seriously anymore. With that, I've come to the end of my list. I hope this was helpful. It can be uncomfortable to reflect on the unhelpful stuff we do that's burdening our relationships. At the same time, this is the only way to really improve them, to work on what you bring into them. Also, remember, any attachment style is a response to whatever was going on in your childhood. Anxious attachment behavior was developed as a response to certain childhood attachment experiences. This was your way of adapting to the attachment reality back then. Any child in a similar situation would have. What I want to say is, It's not as personal as you might think, and you can change it. What makes you you is a lot deeper than your attachment style. It's not tarnished by insecure attachment, and you can develop secure attachment if you keep self-reflecting, learning, and practicing. All the best for that. Till next time, take care, and remember you're a good and lovable person with sometimes not so helpful coping skills that you can learn to replace with helpful ones.